Or you could get outside and do some gardening, especially after you have all of these amazing tips. Kind of putting you in the right direction with Carson Arthur.
We're definitely pointing you in the right direction.
Celebrity gardening expert. You have been.
Good.
I've got my myths. So we hit 4 myths earlier in our previous segment, and now we're going to hit 4 other ones.
And just keeping track, I think you're 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Okay, all right. So she's 50%. All right, next one.
Yes.
Should you water your plants and your grass on a hot, sunny day like this?
I'm going to say yes, but I know that the answer is probably no.
You got it right, just from sheer luck. The truth is, we always thought that, and I'll show you this little demo here, that the plants, when they got water on it, the water would actually make beads like a magnifying glass, and it would burn your plant leaves. Well, guess what? Plants are designed for water. In fact, if you go down to the Caribbean, you see plants with water on them all the time, and they're not getting burned by the sun. The reality, though, for the environmental side of things is you shouldn't be using your oscillating sprinklers on a hot, sunny day. Okay?
Why?
Because you'll lose a lot of water for evaporation. It has nothing to do with the plants, it has to do with losing water and conserving water, which we now know is very important. The plants themselves, they can handle it. In fact, if it's really hot and your plants are starting to droop, please water them. They need it, absolutely.
Do you okay, so you normally just put the water right through, or you like this?
No, misting is not a good way to water your plants. You're not doing the job.
No, I'm just saying if you're starting to think, in the heat, that's what I'm asking.
Try and water to the roots.
Yeah.
So if you can do it by hand, that's the best way. Drip lines, those are really effective too. It's just the ones that spray the water into the air. Stay away from those guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Great tip.
Coffee. Now we've heard over the last few years that used coffee grounds are great in the garden. In fact, I know a lot of retailers that sell you those coffee grounds. True or false? Are they good for you?
I can sense a little bit of hesitation there, so I'm going to say false.
Well, this is a trick question.
Okay.
If you have acidic soil, do not use coffee grounds. Most people in Canada have acidic soil, so you have to stay away from it because coffee
How do you know? How do you
acidifies the
know
soil.
what is acidic soil?
Well, and most people won't know that. Unless you're in an area that has lots of limestone deposits, Canadian Shield area, you're going to have acidic soil.
Okay.
Limestone makes your soil alkaline. If you have alkaline and you want to grow things like hydrangeas and you live in areas of the Canadian Shield, for sure use coffee because it acidifies your soil. If you don't, stay away from it because it really makes your soil toxic.
So for our viewers here in this area,
you got combination, right? Because Canada has some shield there, so they actually have more alkaline soil. But when you get down closer to the main areas, stay away from it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Here's an easy one: clay or plastic pots, better for you?
clay?
Wrong. Yeah. You see, clay pots, when they get wet, they absorb water. And we know that. And we thought that the water would actually help the roots. But the truth is, when the plant's in the clay pot, it sucks all the water away from your roots.
Really?
Yeah, it dries your plants out so much faster. So plastic pots are actually better for containing an ecosystem. What's even better is if the pot itself is recyclable or made from recycled materials. That is the best way to go. If you have to have the look of clay though, put the plastic pot inside the clay pot. Then everybody's happy.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
One more for you. This is a fun one because my grandfather used to do this, my father did it. Cutting the grass, wearing the golf shoes to aerate the lawn. Does it work?
No.
You're right. Woo, she's on it now.
I've gotten to know you in the last 8 minutes.
See how small those little stubs are, especially when the golf shoes are old like mine? You need to go down 3.5 to 4 inches to properly aerate grass. That is not going to do it. Those shoes that you're wearing might help. Nobody wants to cut the grass in high heels. The truth is, a little scraping on top doesn't do a thing.
Not going to do it.
No. So you might look stylish cutting the grass in your shoes, but it isn't going to help.
Well, it makes you look like you're actually doing something before heading to the golf course,
That's
so
it.
that you feel less guilty
You're
about
working on the
leaving
honey-do
for
list.
5 hours to go golf.
It's true,
Absolutely.
it's true.
You had some great, some amazing tips, and
Thank
you
you.
also, I think this was a big one earlier, especially when we were talking about some of the battery-powered
Absolutely.
tools. That this was wonderful, but you were singing praises for this, and the best part is that we get to give it away.
We're giving this away.
So details. So this was, because you'll know this way better than I.
This is the battery-packed electric string trimmer. You definitely want this for your summer backyard work because this is going to make your life so much easier.
It's a great package, and it's valued at $199. So something that's going to make life a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Definitely going to have the lawn that all the neighbors kind of want.
Yeah.
Because everyone checks out everyone
Of
else.
course.
I'm
This is going to help you get it.
Are
you?
Yeah, we
But you don't do anything to make
we
it, right?
apologize to the neighbors. Ottawa contest at CTV.ca. Ottawa contest at CTV.ca. I want you to list one of the myths that Carson was talking about over the course of our 2 segments. So just list one, pick one of your favorites, and you have an opportunity to win. Great meeting you, by the way.